Is there a possibility that we are getting the exciting Manchester City back? You know, it's been a while for me that I've looked at Manchester City as the team that I want to turn my TV on for and see what they're up to. You know, there was a time, 17-18 season, 18-19, and maybe a few after that, maybe one or two after that, where you looked at Manchester City and you thought to yourself, I really want to watch these guys. I really want to see what, Raheem Sterling, Sane, KDB, Aguero, Silva, and these guys are up to. But then I felt like it got to a point, and then they had that little false nine era, which was exciting too. They had Riyad Mahrez and that, of course. But then they got to a point where I think Manchester City got a little bit boring, I would say. I think boring is the word, right? They have become more functional under Pep Guardiola, with the 4 centre-backs and stuff. Now, if you want to watch for intrigue, Manchester City are always intriguing. They've got one of the greatest managers of all time who's always trying to do something different. So, on that side of things, if you're a viewer for that side of the game, tactical side of the game and, methodical kind of approach, great. But if you were looking for sometimes that excitement, that flair, that, people playing in roaming positions, it wasn't Manchester City. But fast forward to 2025, this iteration of Manchester City, this new iteration that Pep Guardiola has assembled, might be their most exciting in years. I'm getting to a point now where I actually want to turn on my TV and watch City. Now, is that in part because of Erling Haaland? Maybe. Now, if you go back, who would have thought that people would be saying Erling Haaland is exciting to watch? I'm not going to lie, people. I'm one of them. I've always appreciated Haaland. I don't know what it is, but I just love Erling Haaland. I know he plays for the rivals, but I love Erling Haaland. No matter what. And a lot of people say to me, Cam, but you like technical ability and you're an aesthetic merchant. When you're undeniable like Erling Haaland, when I see you as a generational football player, I would appreciate you. And for me, I have never seen a player who's almost as exciting off the ball as a player who's exciting on the ball. Now, walk with me when I say that. Erling Haaland off the ball, his off the ball movements, his transition running is as exciting as watching a player who has high level technical ability and is doing step overs and going past people. I genuinely get that type of excitement. And I don't know what it is because he's some people say he's just a goal scorer, but there's something about Erling Haaland that just radiates excitement. And this is his team now. The other years there was KDB, it was Rodri, but this is the first year where it's the Erling Haaland team. And he's the beast up top. He's not only, a lot of people talk about Erling Haaland as a limited player. Erling Haaland is starting to show many, many different sides of his game. And I want to show you guys a tweet that I mentioned about Erling Haaland where I felt like people were judging him way too soon in his career. There ain't nothing worse than looking for something and you can't find it. But I've spoken so much about Erling Haaland. It was just praise, right? Anyway, let me go back to what I was saying anyway. Erling Haaland has become a player he's getting to a point where you could say he's a complete number 9. A lot of times people think that complete means you have to be an elite playmaker as well. I don't think it does. I think as a number 9, you just got to hold at the ball, be good, have a good first touch, be able to bring others into play and score goals, be dominant. There's so much aspects of being complete that I think when you look at Harry Kane, Karim Benzema, maybe Wayne Rooney's and these type of guys, people think that's what a complete striker is. Henry's. Not necessarily. There's different ways of being a complete number 9. And I think Erling Haaland is that at the moment. But Haaland is the beast up front, like I said. The guys behind him, small miniature men. Doku, Foden, Cherki, and Savinho in the Dortmund game played really well. Those guys behind now, it's one of them ones where they are you touch, I touch. You touch, I touch football. A lot of people were talking about Phil Foden and trying to say he's jealous or he's so insecure around Cherki. No. When a baller sees another baller, you understand the term real recognize real. That is what it was with Phil Foden and Cherki. Oh, instantly, I can tell you're on my wavelength. If anyone's played football, you've had that before. You've had that before in the change rooms. You had that in PE class. That person, that's another baller, or plays in a similar way to you, or you're both centre backs, whatever. You get that instant partnership without even having to talk. Ryan Cherki and Phil Foden have that. So when you see them doing these kick-ups and all these things in pre-warm-up and Foden doing all these skills and people are saying, oh, he's so insecure. Nah. Cherki's bringing the best out of him. Cherki's bringing the best out of him. That's that nature that you want. You can see on the pitch, they love each other. Ryan Cherki can't upload a picture on Instagram without Phil Foden in it. At the end of the game, Phil Foden's having a laugh with Cherki. When he's on the ball, he's looking for Cherki. When Cherki's on the ball, he's looking for Foden. They have this synergy now. And then Doku's just in the wing saying, yo, don't forget about me. I want to get involved too. They're playing some nice tippy-tappy stuff, close control, making you camp into your box because they can manipulate the ball in ways that most players can't. And that is exciting to watch technical ability thrive on that level. Now, Cherki, now he has the decision to make, Pep Guardiola, in terms of Ryan Cherki, Phil Foden. Is he going to go with these type of guys against like a Liverpool? Is it going to be Cherki, Foden, Doku? Is he going to go for that? Or is he going to try and go a bit more like, oh, let me get Bernardo in there and then shore up the midfield a little bit? That's going to be interesting to see because I feel like he might go for that. I'm not sure if he wants to unleash it, let them off the shackles yet. But as Pep Guardiola says, these are free roaming players. You look at Phil Foden. Don't think I haven't seen the midfield work this season. It's much better than normal. But you know what he's still got? That beautiful finish. His finishing ability is class. Finishing ability is class. And his goals against Dortmund were lovely. Just strokes them into the bottom bins. Philip Walter Foden. A lot has been said on his name. But I'll maintain that this guy's talent is top tier. Now, a lot of times we forget that footballers are humans. You know, footballers are humans. And Phil Foden spoke about the human side of the game. He had a bit of mental issues. You know, it wasn't going great last season. But he promises to give his best this year. And right now, he's been dropped from England. He's not really performed for England. But right now, he's performing for Manchester City. And that's all you can ask for. So you got to give him a shout. Because he went from player of the year to, yo, this might be the worst player of the year of all time. The next season. So to see him playing and Pep Guardiola saying that he's back at his best, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm not going to talk about Ryan Cherki today, people, because you guys are probably thinking, I'm bored of Ryan. You're talking about Ryan Cherki. But you already know what I think. Another goal. The sky's the limit for this guy. I'm seeing a lot of people backtracking, taking back their shouts. But for me, if you had eyes, you could see what Ryan Cherki was. You can see what kind of extraterrestrial talent he is. This ain't no normal guy, bro. Listen to the way Haaland speaks about him. Listen to the way Foden speaks about him. Listen to the way the great Pep Guardiola speaks about him. Go back to France papers where they're talking about he's the biggest talent they've seen in 25 years. Go back to these things. People think you have to play for the biggest clubs to prove yourself. Nah. He's still only 22 years old. 21, 22 years old. Playing since 16 years old. Everybody wants to rush. But cream always rises to the top. And you're going to see that with Ryan Cherki. But as I said, Doku, I'm impressed with him. But do you know what I'm going to have to give something for Man City, right? Is they lost against Villa. So I'm not going to say they're back. What I'm thinking is, are they on the ascendancy? If they can get results against Newcastle and Liverpool, I'm talking about 2 wins, then you can say, Arsenal, you might have a competitor. But if they don't, then you're looking at, But what Pep Guardiola is doing is building a team for the future. Now when you look here, you're thinking, okay, Cherki, Foden, Doku, Haaland, they'll be a part of any squad going forward. And I thought, and I'm going to be honest, I thought Man City were going to have an absolute disastrous defense this season. They've been okay defensively. They're showing a different side of the game. Phil Foden just touched on that they can be a bit more resilient now. And I got to give them their credit. I did think last season they were defensively shambolic. And I thought, okay, this year it might happen again. But I'm looking at 8 goals conceded. It's okay. But it's more about the nature of the game when I'm watching Man City. It seems a little bit more solid. So I'm excited to see this new iteration of Man City. Big win yesterday. Very good win. Comfortably beat Dortmund. But it's the manner. It's the football. I'm seeing 1-2s again. I'm seeing you get the ball. Let me get the ball. I'm going to dribble past this one. Savinho's running down the line, going past people, bringing the ball out the sky with one touch. Foden's turning on the half turn. Who's better than half turn Foden? How many players in world football are as good as Foden on the half turn when he gets into that pocket? Not many. As soon as he gets the ball, boom, boom, it's like he takes a shot before you've even thought about it. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them in terms of an excitement point of view. Do I think they're as good as Arsenal? No. But from an excitement point of view, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. Erling Haaland on his war party, on his tear up. He's going to continue. 27 goals this season, 1 penalty. The best 9 in the world for me. The best 9 in the world. And if that includes Kylian, if that includes Kane, so be it. Erling Haaland for me is the best number 9 in the world. That is a player that understands what a 9 is. Kane still drops deep. Sometimes you saw it against PSG. Didn't really engage with the centre halves. He drops deep sometimes when he's playing against these bigger and better centre halves. Haaland is there. Mbappe's not even running in the box sometimes. Haaland is there. He knows what it is to be a number 9. The best in the world. And arguably the best I've ever seen, bro. He's up there. He's up there with the best number 9s that I've seen. Usually when I talk about number 9s, I think about players that can do everything as well. Like, so not everything, but I love the Karims. I love Henry. I love R9, Suarez. But if you're just talking a thoroughbred, I am a number 9. No, I'm not going to drop 10. I'm not going to do right. I'm not. Erling Haaland might be the best I've ever seen. Don't get used to this guy, people. Treat every goal like it's new. Treat every moment like it's new. Treat every celebration, every run in transition, every finish like it's new. Because we are witnessing a generational player. We're witnessing history. If he stays in the Premier League, he's going to obliterate Alan Shearer's record if he stays for long enough. Don't get used to this. Don't get used to this. Haalands don't come around every day. Trust me. But guys, is this another rejig for Pep Guardiola? We know that he's playing in this counter-attacking way. We know he's playing this counter-attacking football now. Is this not counter-attacking football all the time, but he's open to playing in the transition? Is this a new tweak or a new chink to Pep Guardiola's armor? Is that the right thing to say? I don't know. Is chink a good thing or is that a bad thing? You guys let me know. But I will say this right now. Go and get this from Whole Foods, by the way, people. Great drink. But I will say this right now, people. If Pep Guardiola wins this Premier League, this will be the greatest title of his career. If Pep Guardiola wins this Premier League, it will be the greatest title in his career, in my opinion. Arsenal are a top side. Man City, for me, this should be them kind of rejigging, finding out what works. Erling Haaland has 13 of their 20 goals. If Pep Guardiola goes and wins this Premier League, playing in a different style where, for once, he's not the favourite in the Premier League. In fact, he's not even the top 2 favourites. Pep Guardiola has never in his career walked into a Premier League season as a third-rate underdog. He's never walked into any season in his career in that way. Every season, Pep Guardiola pretty much walks in as the favourite and he gets the job done. But this year, he walks in as the third favourite. If he wins the title, this will be his biggest win, in my opinion, of any of his league titles. That's what's on the line. That's what's on the line. And a lot of people try to downplay, oh yeah, but Arsenal always bottle and bottle. Nah. This squad for me, this Man City squad, isn't a title-winning squad. But if he gets it done, I give him credit. A lot of people are going to speak about how much they've spent, and everybody spent. Liverpool spent, Arsenal spent, everybody spent. Ryan Cherki was 30 million, by the way. Everybody was in the market for Eze's, Cunha's, this guy, that guy, Simmons, Verts. The best one was the cheapest. But guys, like, share, subscribe, turn notifications on. This video should be dropping 8:30 in the morning. Enjoy. Make sure you hit the likes. vote for FCM for the show of the year, podcast of the year on guapgala.co/voting. The award show is on Friday, so let's bring that one home, people. Big respect. And hey, Man City fans, enjoy this one, man. But if you guys don't beat Liverpool, I will be there. I'm out. Peace.